What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Auto Auction Rebuilds. We are back at Copart for another Copart walk around. Let's jump into this today with number one on my list, a 2009 BMW 335. This is going to be that 300 horsepower, 300 pound-feet of torque, twin turbo with only 43,000 miles on the odometer. I wanted to come out here and take a close look at it because it does have some front end damage. I have wanted one of these forever. And with only 43,000 miles on the odometer, this is probably a good one, but I needed to see how bad the front end was. I suspect frame damage because, well, if you look at it, it looks like the whole front end has been shifted. And from the pictures, you just can't see the whole story, so you really need to come out here. When I look at a car like this, I stand right in front, dead in the center, like right where that BMW symbol is, right? I get right in front and I look at it, and you can clearly see everything over here has been pushed far to the passenger side. You can see the passenger's fender looks like it is moved out this direction as well. This is pretty bad. This is pretty bad. So obviously the impact was over here on this corner. Next thing I want to look at is the gaps on the fender. Interestingly enough, the gaps look perfect. I don't know how well that comes out on camera, but those gaps look really good. Next thing I'm going to look at is the pillar gap. It also looks really good. Okay, maybe it's not as bad as I'm thinking. Let's come over here to this side, and I suspect there's going to be... Ooh, I didn't see that in the pictures. All right, obviously the hood has been pushed over, but the gaps here still look good in all of these corners. Looking down, it looks relatively straight, but what I did not see in the pictures is this massive side swipe that this side took, as well as this dented quarter panel. I didn't see that at all, and it goes all the way down the side. Now, there's a couple good things. Number one, this is a very bright metallic color, so if you didn't want to pay for somebody, this is going to be aluminum. All right, so this is not going to be easy to fix. Of course, I mean, if you wanted to try to do filler, you could, but honestly, if you clean up all of the mess, I think a lot of that is transfer, paint transfer, and tire transfer from the other vehicle. If you can buff that out, you know, use some really aggressive compound and an aggressive pad, I think you could get most of this out and bring the paint back, at which point this would hardly be noticeable. You guys probably have a hard time even seeing it. So we know for a fact we need this passenger side fender, everything for the front, obviously, crash bar, headlight, hood. We need the driver's side fender. I think the wheels and tires came out okay. There's going to be a lot of plastics under here. They're going to need to be replaced as well. But the issue I have is the frame rails, and technically these are unibody cars, so they're not really frame rails, but it doesn't look bent, guys. Oh, but boy, I could be wrong. This looks perfectly straight. What is bent is the frame rail extension that bolts on to this frame back here. Frame rail extension is trashed, but the frame rail itself actually looks good. Can we see the frame rail on this side? We can. Yeah, it's kinked. Damn it. I don't know if you guys can get in there. I'm going to try to scoot you in there. Can you see where it's kinked? It's kinked pretty good, guys. Right there. You're looking right at it in your screen. It's cracking. Yeah. Man. That's crazy. It's crazy because I don't know about you, but if I'm going out looking at a car, I see the damage. I see the point of impact is over here. This is where I'm going to be looking. I'm going to be looking at this frame rail and this extension for the damage. I'm not generally going to be thinking too much about this side because this side looks fine. Aside from the fact that it got pushed over a little bit, right? I'm going to think the frame rail extension got pushed over. No, sir, it did not. It took the whole frame rail with it. So the frame rail on this side is fine. On the other side, it's not. So we're talking about a little more work. Probably a lot more work. Ooh, wow. Yeah, you guys aren't going to be able to see that, but the frame rail runs straight down there. I doubt you guys can see it. But as soon as you get up here where these hoses are, she takes a sharp turn, probably 30, 45 degrees toward the passenger side. It actually separated. Some of the pinch welds came off, and it actually separated part of the frame rail. So, oh man, yeah, that'll total it all right. Damn, 43,000 miles though. It could be fixed. It could be fixed. But I just don't know if it would get fixed properly. That's the problem. Get back in there. That looks bad. Okay, let's take a look at the interior. It's not something I'm giving up on yet. The rest of it looks pretty good. I mean, it's obviously been well used. It's a little worn on the interior as well. The seat right here, there's some where the dye has left. Right here as well, where the dye has just been rubbed off from someone sitting. It was originally listed as no key, non-runner. Looks like they got the keys because there's two of them. Let's see if we can put one in here and let's turn. Can we turn that off? We can learn to turn that off. Boy, this seat is pushing me into the steering wheel. I feel like Christine here, trying to kill me, smashing me into the damn steering wheel. All right, that dinging is getting annoying. Oops. Come on. Battery's dead. Yeah, it's not even gonna try. Come on. Shut up. Did you guys even notice this car is with no doors? Damn, it's got no doors? No front end? No engine? What the hell happened to this? Oh, wow. Okay. I didn't even see this sitting here. It was a rear-end collision. It doesn't look like it was that bad. It's a nice Malibu. It doesn't look like the damage was that bad. Somebody obviously bought this for parts. It was a rental car. There's the rental car sticker right there. Yeah, they took just about everything, and I know where this came from because that dollar sign came from Dealer Auto Auction, and there's where the Dealer Auto Auction sticker used to be. Boy, they took everything but the rack and pinion. God dang. Okay, guys, give me a second. Let me get a jump pack, and we'll fire this bad boy up. All right. The good old NOCO GB150, man. She never lets us down, but I'm going to tell you something. She's aging. All right? She's getting older. I want you guys to think about it. How long you have seen me, some of you old school folks have been watching for a while, how long have you seen me using these NOCOs, man? I think since I started doing this, I've only bought 3 of them. And I still have 2 of them that work great. In fact, no, I have 3. I do. I still have all 3 of them. I never got rid of them, I guess. They all 3 work great. The problem is after a year or so of starting, you got to think how many cars we jumpstart a week with these things, including the ones you don't see, where I'm at the house jumpstarting my own cars. All right. These things do age, and with age, what happens is they'll still jumpstart the cars just fine, but they can't jumpstart as many as they used to. You know, it's like the battery just kind of degrades, which makes sense. These are lithium-ion batteries inside, so similar to a cell phone battery. As they get older, you know, they just start kind of degrading. So what I did is I did something really crazy the other day, and I ordered the new NOCO Boost Max. It's a GB250 Plus, and it was $1,300 after tax. These things generally run me about $250, $300, $250 on Amazon. So if you want one of these, I'm telling you, if you're going to buy one, don't cheap out. Don't get the GB50 or the 40 or any of that stuff. Don't bother with it. I know they're cheaper. Trust me when I tell you, if you really want something that's going to jumpstart almost anything and last a long time, because you're not going to be jumpstarting 50 cars a week, right? This right here probably lasts you forever. So go check this out. I'll have a direct link in the description below for Amazon, because honestly, these are cheaper and you can get them faster on Amazon than you can from NOCO's site. Not sponsored. I pay full price for all these. I finally upgraded to the GB250 Plus, and it cost me $1,300 on Amazon. It'll be here in a couple days. but I think it's worth it. It's a commercial grade booster pack. You guys won't need that, trust me. Not unless you're driving semi trucks or dump trucks. Like the GB150 will handle everything you will ever need on a normal basis. Now let's see if this thing will run. Of course it will. Not only does it run, it runs very well. Surely we could fix this. Headlight error, of course. No surprise there. The clock is not happy. And that's it? There's no warning lights on the dash? You've got to be kidding me. I don't know how well you can see the dash there, but other than a headlight warning, because the headlights are literally smashed, that's it. That's it. Headlight and the clock. That's all it's pissed off about. Steering still feels good. I wonder if we could fix it with a hammer and a crowbar, guys. What do you think? A hammer and a crowbar. You think we could straighten it out? Something's rubbing. Okay, yeah, something's rubbing under there, so we won't do that. Let's kick up the air conditioner here. I want to make sure it works. It does. So the condenser is still good. The radiator is still good. All that stuff is still good, guys. Gears. Yeah. She's got gears. All right. The iDrive works just fine. There's your iDrive system. I don't know how well that comes out because there's a glare, but yeah, iDrive works just fine. AC's nice and cold. I don't need to test the windows. The thing's only got 40,000 miles on it, guys. Yeah. Well, against my better judgment, I think I'm going to go ahead and bid on this one. I can find all these parts, you know, the aesthetic stuff, fenders, hood, all this stuff from the front shouldn't be too hard to find. Just air dams. In fact, these may be reusable. Some of this stuff is reusable. The upper core support looks like it's still intact. It's still okay. I don't see it broken or cracked up here anywhere. This headlight, it survived. It did. So I don't think it needs much to put it back together. Yeah, I think this is one that we could handle, guys. So I'm going to throw a bid on it. I don't expect that I'm going to be able to win this. Chances are it's going to go for more than what I'm willing to spend. But we'll give it a shot. And who knows? Maybe we'll be bringing this to the channel in the near future. Next on my list, I know what you're thinking. Don't do it. Don't do it. I already know, and I think I'm going to do it. Come on, guys. Lately, we've been doing really, really good. The channel has been blowing up over this last month from purchasing these older 80s and 90s vehicles. I know this doesn't qualify as an 80s or 90s. What is it? An 08. Well, okay, it doesn't qualify at all. But it's still kind of a classic older car, right? It's an old Cadillac. It's a DeVille, right? DTS? DeVille Touring Sedan, I think is what that stands for. Of course, it's got the North Star, which is why you are all screaming at the computer screen or your TVs telling me to avoid it at all costs. Not only is it a North Star, well, it's also wrecked. So, yeah, we should probably avoid this at all costs. But I'll bet money this car doesn't go for much. And I'll bet money it doesn't need near as much as what you're probably thinking. I'll bet it needs, at a minimum, of course, a grille and a hood. That's it. I'll bet money. Let's take a look at the tires. We got prime wells. Nothing wrong with prime wells, guys. A lot of people get on the comment section and they start talking trash about cheap prime wells. Well, you know, sure, they're not the most expensive tires, but I've used prime wells plenty of times, and I've never had a problem with them. We have Primewell on the back, too. The tires look brand new, guys. Brand double new is what they say at the auction when they're talking about used, ragged-out cars. Looks brand double new. She's a mover and a groover. Yeah, that doesn't sell me. Not ever. Not ever. Okay, the tires are brand new. Now I'm curious about the damage. Then we'll get to the interior. We'll find out if it fires up. That hood is in really bad shape. And there's the latch. and it's not doing much. And I got to be very careful because this thing will, this thing's already looking to get me. Let's see if we can pop it from the inside. It is a little more damaged than I thought. This little header panel over here has been destroyed. It's absolutely smashed. The condenser is bent in. So, yeah. The bumper, could it be saved? I mean, I know where you're sitting right now, it probably looks like the bumper's fine, but it's not. There's all these tabs that hold this grill in place, and they're all broken. Could they be epoxy welded? Yeah, you could probably find a way to make it work if you really wanted to. Thankfully, the fenders survived. She's really not a bad looking car. Yeah, that hood's already popped. That's the problem. It's already popped. I don't think there's any power in here at all. So we need to get the hood open just to start it. I'd love to check the oil and get it running. Okay, I may have to put the camera down for this and use two hands, guys, because this is very sharp. This hood has separated, and it's really, really sharp, and I don't want to get cut. All right, we got under the hood. That took a little bit of work. Yeah, that header panel was smashed. Then you get to your core support right here. Does this just bolt on? It doesn't look like it. I think this is welded. Right here is a little bit damaged, not too bad. I honestly think you could hammer this back down and out just a hair, and you wouldn't have to replace that. It really doesn't look that bad to me. No, this is not bad at all. It took just a tiny bit of damage right here. That could be hammered out and fixed. What do we got going on over here? Everything else looks okay. The hoses look like they're where they're supposed to be. I want to check the oil real quick on this one. She is low. She is very low. There's still enough in it to start it, but that's very concerning. She's that low on oil. Either the oil hasn't been being maintained properly, or it's leaking. It's either burning it or leaking it. North Stars are notorious for both, so it looks like she still has some coolant. It also looks like somebody recently replaced the struts. You can see how nice and shiny those are, so that's nice. Somebody recently did something to take care of it, and they didn't do the wrong thing and replace one. They replaced both of them. So they replaced them in pairs. We're going to need to put a jump on this one. She is dead as a doornail. So let's find our jump spot here, and let's get her did. All right, moment of truth. I'm curious if the air conditioning works, because if it does, I'm not going to take it apart and replace the condenser. I'd simply just try to straighten it back out as best I can. These are old cars. They're not worth a whole lot anyway, guys. So you can just make them decent daily drivers. I mean, that's all I really ask for, is being able to take one of these things and turn it into something relatively decent, assuming you can get it cheap enough. The price of cars these days, that's hard to do. Ooh. Oh, she's misfiring hard. That's not good. Is there smoke? Sorry, I don't trust. I don't trust. I don't trust a North Star. It sounds like it's straightening out. Maybe, maybe not. No, she's still... There it goes. Do you hear that noise? Is that a knock? No way. No way, man. You hear that ticking? That almost sounds like a rod knock. Come on, man. Let's put it in gear. Reverse, yes. Drive, yes. We have ventilated and heated seats. Very nice. I'd like to pop the trunk. I can't remember where the trunk release is. Glove box? No. It's got navigation and everything. This is a nice car. Steering feels good. Brakes feel good. Goes right into gear. I really would like to pop that trunk, though. Just take a quick look. It's got remote start. There's the trunk release. I'm going to let it run for just a minute, and I'm going to kind of hope that maybe, just maybe, that noise under the hood is not serious. Maybe we'll just pretend that we didn't hear it, that we don't continue hearing it. Oh, lots of junk left in the trunk, no big deal. All right, let's go up to the hood. Now let's take a closer listen to this engine, because that is truly concerning me. I hear the compressor cycling on and off. That's good. So the AC should be kicking in, which means the condenser is not broken. Also means the radiator is most likely not broken. And all we're looking at is some cosmetics. You'd be talking about a hood, some clips, headlights survived. The bumper, we could try to save it. We'll need a grill, and we'll need the header panel. This plastic panel that goes up front that bolts to everything. We'll need that header panel. The bumper will have to come off. Actually, this bumper is torn. I didn't see that. Yeah, we need a bumper. Okay, we need a bumper, which hopefully comes with the grill. We need that header panel, some clips, and a hammer. That's about it. You straighten out this front end, they put it all back together in a hood. And if you're lucky, you can find this same color. Good luck. But I use carparts.com, and I have really good luck finding things like that. Now, what's interesting is even though the AC is on, it is not very cold. It's cool, but not very cold. Let's turn on auto and see what that does. I've got it as low as it'll go, 60. Yeah, she must need a little bit of Freon, I guess. The important window works. The other window works. That's all I really care about. I'm going to turn that off. It is not, it's working, but it's not working well. My big concern now is that noise under the hood. There's a rattle. You hear that? Right there. No. Nope. Son of a gun, man. This would have been a relatively easy and cheap fix. I can't do it though, guys. I can't do it. That sounds like a lower end knock. That is not a top end. That's not lifters. That is a very, very light bottom end knock. Maybe because it's low on oil. That could be it. But then why is it low on oil? Is it burning it? Or is it leaking it? Neither one is good. And there is an oil change sticker in here. I should have probably read it to see when the last time it was done. Next oil change was due. This was done December of 21, full synthetic. And it was due at 70,775 miles. So it's 5,000 miles overdue. Yeah, it had 65,000 miles on it when it went in, and it's got 75,000 on it now. So honestly, being low on oil to me isn't all that concerning. It's been 10,000 miles without an oil change service. That's bad. That's real bad. If that's the interval that they were doing, even with synthetic, nobody should go 10,000 miles on an oil change. Nobody. So it could just be that it's low on oil. And, of course, 10,000 miles, the average person drives approximately 12 to 15,000 miles a year. A year. This car has done 10,000 miles since December. So, yeah, she's been run, and obviously the oil has not been changed or checked. So I'm not going to risk it, guys. I'm just not. These cars aren't worth much as it is. Nobody likes the North Star. Everybody hates the North Star. It's just the way it is. And they are problematic engines. And I think by 08, though, they fixed it. I think, for the most part, by '08, these things were fixed. Comment below and tell me what you think. We could just do a good oil change on it, and that noise may go away. But if it doesn't, I don't know. Comment below, tell me what you think. And if you guys think that we should get it and try to fix it, I'm down. Let's do it. But I need to know what you want me to do. Moving on, we've got something really, really cool coming up next. How about a 2015 International? Yep, we don't look at semi-trucks often enough around here. And I got a lot of respect for truck drivers, man. I've known quite a few of them in my day. Usually very nice, good, decent, hard-working people. And I thought it'd be cool to bring you along to take a look at the inside of... This is a pretty nice one. I'm not gonna lie, it's a pretty nice truck right here. Not all trucks are this nice, but we'll take a look at it. It's got a nice cab, so it's got a room for the truck driver in it, and maybe we can see how they live. It's also important to remember that, you know, truck drivers keep the country moving. I mean, really, they do. I don't care if you're driving the latest Tesla. Guess what they get brought in on? A diesel truck. Diesel truck, yeah. Diesel, fuel, yep, oil, all that good stuff. The Teslas all come from the factory on semi-trucks. And I know, take a quick look at this one. It doesn't always go very well for some of these guys and gals. And that's real sad. These things are very dangerous. They're very dangerous. Wrecks don't go good for truck drivers. They just don't. So please, 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 I beg you, have some consideration for these guys and gals that are keeping the economy going. They're keeping the country rolling. They're keeping products on your shelves. Without truck drivers, without trucks, we wouldn't have an economy. You can disagree with me if you want. I'm sure some of you will, but you're wrong. You're absolutely wrong. Truck drivers are the lifeblood of this country. Have some damn respect for these people, please. These guys and gals are out here risking their lives. They're missing out on time with their families. They're trying to pay their bills just like you. And I know some of them, just like some of you, can be some pretty aggressive and nasty drivers. But show them some respect if you would. You see a truck driver trying to merge onto the highway. Instead of hitting the gas, if you can't move over, slow down. Slow down. These guys and gals got these giant trucks with giant 52-foot trailers. Could you imagine having to try to get on the highway? And they're not fast, guys. These things aren't fast. Merging is not easy for them. So give the semi-trucks a little bit of room. Be kind, be courteous. Because remember, the car you're driving came in on a semi-truck. The food you're eating came in on a semi-truck. All right? Show some respect. Please, I beg you. Just be kind and be nice to people. All right, let's check out where a truck driver lives when they're not driving. If they have, I think these are called cab overs, if I remember right. It's been a long time since I've been involved with hanging out with truck drivers. I used to work at a truck stop. I shined shoes when I was a teenager. And I even ran away from home and hitchhiked with a truck driver all the way to Granite City, Illinois. Somewhere in Granite City, there's a truck stop. And the guy hid me in his cab over. And he got me all the way to Granite City because there was this girl that I just had to go see. And he took me all the way up there. So it's not glamorous, right? I mean, some of them are a lot nicer than this. But this is a pretty nice unit. This would be your bed. There would be a mattress here. I don't know if this folds out or does anything. Usually there's a place for a television. I'm not sure where that would be here. Maybe it would have been, I don't know, up here. I don't see any refrigerators. Some of them have microwaves and stuff. Just a bunch of shelves. Let's see what we got here. More shelves. I'm guessing they completely took this apart before saying, yeah, this is all just shelving. So anyway, you would have a television. There'd be a place for a TV. They also have air conditioning vents, which is really nice. You got to remember, these trucks stay running, even when they're parked. Generally speaking, these things are always going to be running. So, is that the refrigerator? Hold on. We may have found a refrigerator. We did. I knew there would be one. Got your little mini fridge right there. Keep your sandwiches and your snacks and stuff in there. You got a air conditioning control right here. It's really nice. Comfort Pro. Got some air vents here too if you want to open those, which they don't work. That's fine. You got some little lights. Looks like you got a sleeper dome accent lighting in case you want to bring one of the lot lizards in. Stereo. If you don't know what a lot lizard is, Google it. Unless you're under, if you're a kid, don't do that. If you're under 18, just don't Google what a lot lizard is. I don't know what this is. I can't see that far down. Omnitrax. So I don't know. Maybe that's where the next load comes from. This is an automatic, which is pretty cool. Yeah, just reverse, neutral, drive, and low, and then manual mode up and down. Got your radio. All this stuff. I don't know what any of this does, but Michael from Santa's Workshop would know what all this stuff does, wouldn't he? Engine brakes. I guess that's the intensity of the engine brakes for going through some of those steep grades. Off-road. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. This is probably like hill descent control or something. Sleeper fan, sleeper temperature, fan override, PDL lock. I don't know what that is. Suspension and dump. Fifth wheel slide. I assume that's for putting a trailer on and taking it off. Regen. Absolutely hate regen. Absolutely sucks. Inhibit regen. I would turn that on all the time. Trailer, spare rocker, little aftermarket stereo they threw in right there with Sirius XM. You got your parking brake, and this is going to be your trailer brake, so you could pop this and let all the air out of your trailer brakes. Now, I don't see a key for this one, and I'd almost bet that it used to go somewhere right there, but it looks like it's gone. So maybe somebody stole this. And you see all this wiring over here. It makes you wonder, is all of the fuses and everything still installed, or did someone take a lot of that stuff out? I don't know. You guys comment below if this is where the key went. It sure looks like that's where you put a key. But I don't drive a truck, so I don't know. I'll tell you what, though, seeing that these things are automatic, and I know they've had automatics for a while, but it's just kind of crazy to me still to see automatic trucks. I probably never told you guys this, but like, I wanted to be a truck driver back in the day. I did. I really did. Like, I really wanted to be a truck driver. I don't have a college education, and there weren't many prospects for me. And I thought, this would be something good that I could provide a good life for my family and get to see the country. I'm sure that's what most truck drivers think. And I'm sure if you're a truck driver, you're going to comment right now that is a crock of shit. You get to see the country, but it's not generally the most pleasant way of doing it. Let's open this up if we can. But I wanted to be a truck driver. I did. And I got picked up by Snyder. I think they're Snyder International, Snyder National. Good God almighty. Oh, holy crap. Woo! That's my bad arm, too. Oh, wow. I got picked up by Snyder, and I was supposed to go to truck driving school, I think somewhere in Illinois, if I remember right. I can't remember for sure. But, yeah, I was all set up to do it, and then my wife at the time, she wasn't having it. We had a bad relationship. That's why she's my ex-wife. She thought that I wanted to become a truck driver for the lot lizards. I swear to God. I swear to God. If you have ever worked at... Okay, you don't have to work at a truck stop. I used to work at one. I seen the lot lizards. No. Yeah, I understand people get lonely and you do what you do or whatever. I'm not hating on you for sure. Handle your business, live your life, whatever. But no, thank you. No, thank you. And to think that I would become a truck driver so I could go spend time with the lot lizards. Not really. That's inaccurate. But she was just hell-bent on that. So needless to say, I never became a truck driver. This is a pretty nice truck, though. It's got a little damage. I don't know if you saw it. They took all the little accessory lights off, too. It's got a little damage back here. You can see this right here, where it's all bent up. This is very thin metal, so she took a little damage over here. Not really sure what happened to it, but not the end of the world. Doesn't look that bad. Looks like they got a little generator under here too, maybe. Is that a generator? I can't tell. It's got a little diesel filter on it, and it's got a little exhaust pipe, so I'm betting sitting under here is a, oh, this is for the, oh, this is all bent up too. This is all kinds of bent up. Yeah, that's the Comfort Pro. That's for the air conditioning, so it's probably a small generator to keep things going. All right, well, look at that turbo, though. I'm thinking, what could we put that? There's so many things you could put that on and literally explode an engine immediately. It would be a lot of fun. That would be a lot of fun. Anyway, to all you truck drivers, guys and gals that are watching my videos, thank you for what you do. Drive safe out there and get back home to your families. And to the rest of you that don't drive trucks, I beg you one more time, please have some respect for these folks. Give them some room, be kind, courteous, let them over, man, let them over, let them merge. If you see them trying to switch lanes, trying to get over 4 lanes of traffic, slow down. Let these folks do their job. I wish I could get that message out to more people, but how many are actually going to listen? Probably not many. That's it. We're done. We're out. So if you enjoyed this video, well, hit the thumbs up button, and I want to thank you personally. Seriously, thank you for taking the time to watch my videos. I know there's a lot of other videos out there. There's a lot of other people doing what I do. And I sincerely appreciate you taking time to watch me. So thank you so much. If you haven't already hit the subscribe button, well, I'd appreciate that too. Hit that subscribe button. Stay up to date with all my latest videos. And until next time, stay safe out there, everybody. I look forward to seeing you all again very soon in the next one.